For Sigma males, influential tactics can seem a bit unnecessary, unless an important end goal needs to be accomplished. They are often very difficult to control, since they have their own firm beliefs and sense of awareness, and don't easily allow others to try and persuade them or cloud their judgment. They can easily recognize when someone is attempting to manipulate them or the situation, and they might even find it amusing just how obvious it is to them. Let's look at 4 things Sigma men do when they control others, and then we'll see how they react when others try to control them. 1. They pay attention to the behavior of others. While emotions aren't their strength, they can still figure out ways to use logic and strategically push the situation in their desired direction. It's about using their head to get the outcome they want from their environment and the people in it. They are very focused on facts and reason, so this is often their strongest set of tools. When the Sigma man wants to create a specific outcome, they might employ certain controlling tactics in order to get what they want and need. Often for Sigma this doesn't even feel like manipulation, especially when the results will benefit everyone involved. Instead, it is about strategically planning out what they want to happen, and doing whatever they need to in order to ensure it gets done. 2. They are good at strategizing. Sigma males are experts at putting together a plan to get things done efficiently. It is about making the right choices, ensuring they can obtain their goals, and even helping those around them do the same. When Sigma men work with people, they sometimes feel like they need to find more subtle ways of managing them to do things the right way, especially for their own good. This means using facts and logic to convince people they must follow a certain path or take a certain action. 3. They are great at persuading people. They believe they are right about things since they spend so much time gaining knowledge and cataloging facts. The Sigma often knows so much about many things and can remember details and recall them with ease. This makes them good at explaining their point by bringing out this information, and sometimes confusing people is a useful way to prove they are right. Their confidence in the information can really be an excellent tool for influencing people and their environment to control the outcomes they see as most beneficial. This doesn't mean the Sigma man is attempting to be manipulative in a negative way, although more unhealthy Sigma males might do this. Unhealthy versions of each type exist. They are much more toxic and sometimes hard to deal with compared to healthy versions. It is important to recognize the difference and not stereotype personality types based on their healthiest versions. The insecure Sigma is likely to exercise control in hopes of making others feel that same insecurity. They can certainly use this to shoot out little emotional jabs to people around them, making those people feel somewhat insecure around Sigma. 4. They are not immoral people by nature. Of course, unhealthy versions of every type do exist. Naturally, the Sigma male actually has strong morals and inner beliefs, and they do strive to make a positive difference in the world. Using certain tactics to ensure that the best results occur is not really immoral or wrong, especially if this benefits everyone involved. They realize that some people might need to be coerced into certain paths, especially people who aren't quite as logical or aware of their actions. If the Sigma men use their minds to influence someone into doing what needs to be done, they don't see this as wrong or harmful. When they are controlled by others. Sigma males can instantly become suspicious of someone who seeks to control them, as they don't naturally focus on emotion but instead on logic. Someone attempting to use emotions and feelings to confuse or control the Sigma is actually going to backfire quickly. They don't focus on feelings as a means of making choices, so when someone tries to play into this, it can only make them more likely to avoid that person. Someone might be able to use facts to coerce the Sigma into doing something they want, but it would require plenty of logic and practical reasoning for the Sigma male to be convinced. Even in these situations, the Sigma man might be aware that the person is attempting to manipulate the situation, but they decide to go along with it because it still seems like the logical plan or next path to take. Sigma men don't like when people attempt to control them emotionally, as this makes them feel like they cannot trust that person just to be honest and upfront with them. They much prefer people who are sincere and capable of speaking in a way that is direct and to the point. If someone close to Sigma wants something from them, they often prefer that person to explain what they need and why they need this, rather than seeking to control or influence them into doing it. Sigma males are smart and strong-willed people with many interests, talents, and skills. They often like to do things their own way and go at their own pace, which is why it can feel frustrating when someone tries to influence or control them against their will. Their sense of intuition combined with the facts they know gives them the ability to see what someone is trying to do, and they can quickly realize when this manipulation attempt has failed. Since they are highly independent people who like to direct their own lives, it can make them great leaders. They will work hard at whatever subject or field they decide to study because they want to become experts in their chosen field. They sometimes do this even when it isn't something they really care about, because they want to be the best at whatever the current tasks they are working on. This helps them to develop mastery over their skills and abilities, and it also shows others how capable of a person they actually are. Once they become confident in their knowledge and ability to learn about a certain subject, they will be much more comfortable with it and less likely to allow others to control them by using their feelings. They might allow people who have proven themselves trustworthy and useful into their lives, but those are the people that will get the most of their attention when they aren't distracted by what they are working on. If you keep in mind the way Sigma men can feel and behave, you will be better equipped to recognize this when someone is trying to control them using emotions. This might help you understand why a Sigma man behaves in a certain way, but it can also help you know that they are likely not wrong for acting this way. They need time and space for themselves, as well as time and space around others. Sigma males are independent people who live in the present moment and focus on what is real or practical in the moment. They know what they like and dislike, as well as things that interest them, but this is not to say that all of these opinions are set in stone. Instead, they prefer to change up their interests and hobbies in a way that seems natural to them. They do things at their own pace, which can sometimes seem slow or strange to others, but this is something that they have learned to accept about themselves. They absolutely hate when someone tries to control them, and they will often avoid getting close to people who display these negative traits. In the end, they just want everyone else in their lives to be a person who shares their interests and values, so they can all work together towards whatever goals they set for themselves. The main point here is that Sigma males are not bad people, nor do they enjoy being manipulative or controlling. They often become lone wolves who prefer to spend time alone to gain a sense of balance and security. Remembering their personality and what makes them who they are will help you to understand why they behave in certain ways, and you will feel much more at ease around them. Since Sigma men are logical, they don't enjoy being controlled or influenced by others. Use your intuition and trust your gut feeling about each new person you meet, so you can learn to recognize when someone is trying to control you.